Hello there everybody, and how are we doing? Ian Poole here with another career mode video. This is episode number 10 for the Austrian Grand Prix in season 1 here with Sportscore Racing Point. If you did miss it in the last one, go check it out because it was nuts. And already my team have got me annoyed. I mean, come on guys, I needed the aero around this circuit. We've got the engine power, fantastic, but we needed that aero. I noticed they didn't give us a weather report either. I wonder what they're trying to hide there. But you can see that we beat Lucas Weber in the last one, so it's time to go pick a new rival. I think it only makes sense. Here's how we beat Lucas. And Devon's there for the same number of resource points. We should go and beat Devon. So we were thinking about beating the Red Bulls, but we know they're going to be pretty good around their home circuit. So let's go and choose Mr. Smugface. Devon Butler. Wants to kiss my ass, that prick. Look at him, smug. So let's take a look how we're doing then. Yep, that's annoyed me. But now, hello. How are you doing? We may be able to do something good here. We may be able to get this engine upgrade for Silverstone, along with the 2 aero upgrades that are down there somewhere. So it would put us ahead of Mercedes, which is what we're looking to do. But to be competitive in this championship, we need to we need to sort that out. So we'll go ahead and get one of these straight away, I think. Should we go get the front or the back? I might wait actually. But let's say we got this coming for next time. So let's take a look at the championship. Valtteri Bottas leads the way from Lewis Hamilton, followed by Sebastian Vettel. We are P4 in the championship. We're just a point ahead of Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez, Devon Butler and Daniel Ricciardo round out your top 10 in points. And in the constructors, Mercedes are starting to romp away ahead of Ferrari, and a big gap to ourselves in third, followed by Red Bull, Haas, Renault, McLaren with points, and still yet to score the Williams, the Toro Rosso and the Alfa Romeo teams. So let's see if the same 7 scrubs have scored the goose egg yet, which was, I do believe, Lando, Kimi. Let's see, yep, Lando, Albon, Raikkonen, Russell, Kvyat, Kubica and Giovinazzi, all scoring the big fat goose egg. So therefore we will go get practiced around the Red Bull Ring. We will then get qualified. Hopefully we can qualify very well. And on the other side of this clip, we'll get off and underway for the Austrian Grand Prix. Should be a good one.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's talk about Poole. That was a great podium in the last race, so can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Poole, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Russell and Daniel Kvyat, Weber, Norris, Antonio Giovinazzi and Butler. They've taken a grid penalty. Albon, Raikkonen, Robert Kubica and Sergio Perez. Grosjean and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, you've qualified higher than we expected, so let's try to build on this position throughout the race.
Right then. P6 on the grid. And that's better than I thought we had through practice. Now, I see why you didn't want to give me the weather forecast. It's raining. Could we get our first little hint of rain? It's a good job we qualified on these medium tyres then in Q2. We're going to try and extend them out as long as we can then to see if the rain comes. If the rain doesn't come, abandon them and get onto the soft tyres for the end of the race. But hopefully we get a good start. I would like to think we do. If we don't, then, you know, fair enough, and we'll carry on. So, yeah. That being said, let's race, folks! Here we go then, folks, for the running of the Austrian Grand Prix from P6 on the grid. The 5 red lights are out, it's lights out, and away we go. And as per usual, we get an absolutely miserable start. We're being bogged down by the 2 Red Bulls into the first corner. Give a little bit of respect to the first corner as we head up the hill to turn 3. They say turn 3 as one of the Williams gets fresh with one of the Red Bulls right behind me. That Williams has had an absolute storming start as we fling it up the inside. I imagine that's the man Gasly. I would hope that's the man Gasly, but look at that Williams go! That Williams is absolutely flying here, following us through, and he's up into P6. Where the hell has that Williams come from? I don't even think I know where that Williams has come from. But out in the front is the 2 Mercedes leading for the 2 Ferraris. We're P5. I would take that, but obviously we want more as we head down to turn number 7 and then fling it through turn 8. They say there's 10 turns, there's only 9, but they have to classify one as a turn because the MotoGP comes here, and for some reason they do that as we go through the final corner down the lane straight. 18 laps ahead of us as we go to the 2 Red Bulls. It is the man Gasly in front of Verstappen. And they'll be side by side through turn number 1. There's more action behind. I think that's Sergio Perez, who had an absolutely shocking qualifying. We'll see if we can get some of that. Yes, here we go. Here goes Sergio Perez. It's on Alexander Albon for P6. And he 16, I do apologise. He had an absolute shocker. We'll see where Sergio finishes at the end of this race. He's going up, is he? Not quite up into P16. But hopefully he'll get there soon. Meanwhile, Danny Kvyat's got a run on Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg's almost putting him on the grass there. Side by side, got Lando Norris in close attention. He should go to the outside there, but he's not. He's boxed in. They're trying to pass one of the Red Bulls. I think that is Verstappen in front. And in fact, look at that. Hülkenberg's actually gone for him. Actually, that's the man Gasly. I do apologise. And through to turn 4, we'll go around the outside. He'll have a look. He won't get the move done. Down the hill they come to turn number 6. I do apologise. And Nico Hülkenberg up a position. Now let's see if Sergio Perez got this move done on Alexander Albon for P16. Oh, with the greatest of ease. That Mercedes. Thank you. Bye. Although the Toro Rosso wants to make a deal of it. Yeah, deal over. That is how we say that, and that is done. So back live now as we go to that is Danny Kvyat with Lando Norris for P10. Norris going to fling it up the inside, but we seen certainly on through. Well, that's the inside line working miraculously there. Don't know how about that as Perez now sizes up Antonio Giovinazzi. That's going to be really down the extreme inside of turn 1. You're going to get outdone on the run there. And thank you very much, but he's going to keep that run going as we go. We cut forward to George Russell with the man Gasly for P6. That's P7, I do apologise. Why is it P... No, it is P6, I do apologise. I'm getting confused here, and the man Gasly is going to try and get past him, but... oh, look at Hülkenberg wanted to get in the action on George Russell. Where did Hülkenberg get that energy from? Georgia is going to try and hold him around the outside. Gasly's into 6. Will he lose 7th to Nico Hülkenberg? Yes, he will. And move him into that position as we go back to... well, that's actually Lucas Weber. I was about to say Albon and Norris, but Lucas Weber and Roman Grosjean are fighting for P12 on the track here. And thank you very much, get that done. Now, how did this finish between Giovinazzi and Perez? Well, it finished one way and one way only, and that's this way. Perez absolutely steaming past Giovinazzi with the greatest of ease, and he's into P15. It's been an exciting couple of laps already, and we haven't even got started on the front yet. And speaking of the front, Bottas is got DRS, and he's going to charge after Lewis Hamilton down the main straight. That should be job done, greatest of ease. I think so. Move Bottas into the race lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. The man in form at the moment is Danny Kvyat starts defending from Devon Butler for P11. 11? I know that's for P11. I don't agree with that. Might want to have a look at that again as Giovinazzi and Robert Kubica fight over P16. And that should be a job done with the greatest of ease as my phone goes off and just goes off randomly and sporadically. But Giovinazzi's making some of this down into turn 3, the Remus hairpin up the hill. Giovinazzi should get the drive off the corner, 88 fighting 99. You've got Danny Rick in close attendance, and that's position made. Well, look at this! This is a fight. It's actually Hamilton that got out in front of Bottas. I thought it was Bottas in front of Hamilton, but Bottas and Vettel are now fighting for P2. Hamilton has done the dirty on his teammate. I do not agree with that. That's going to come back and bite him in the proverbial, but thank you very much. Keep him right there as we go to, who is this? This is that absolute clusterfuck for P11. You've got Raikkonen, you've got Norris, you've got Kvyat, you've got Butler. You've got literally 4 different constructors in the same picture at the same time here. And you can add the Force India in there with Sergio Perez. You've actually got all the different engines in there as well. You think you've got 2 Ferraris at the front with the Haas and the Alfa Romeo. You got the Honda, you got the Renault, you got the Mercedes in there as well. Woo! That was a absolute fight there between them. Meanwhile, we're losing ground to the front 4 here of Hamilton, Bottas, Leclerc and Vettel. And Bottas is going to have another go into turn number 1. Round the inside he's going to go, but Hamilton's got the traction around the outside, and if he's not careful he's dumped Bottas into Vettel's path again. That's not very teammate-like as the man Gasly finally gets past George Russell. No, he doesn't. That's round the outside, and yeah, you had to come back and try again with that one, Pierre, because I don't think that worked. Or is that Verstappen? I do apologise, that's actually Verstappen for P8. That's for P8, and you got one of the McLarens. I imagine that's Lando in close attendance there. This is still going on down the back straight at the top of the hill, and slowly down the hill will come Max Verstappen down the inside. He's on the medium tyres, so he should go a lot longer, and that's job done. Thank you very much. Now, what's happening with young Master Butler here? He's about to be passed by Kimi Raikkonen for P11. Raikkonen to the outside of the corner. That should work. Oh, he gave him a bit of contact as well. Yeah, give him the elbow. Giovinazzi now once here. In fact, Giovinazzi's going to go around the outside of Kubica. I think we were going to talk about Ricciardo around the outside of Kubica, but Giovinazzi's going to do the same here. They've both got DRS. They could be 3 wide into turn 3. Depends on where Ricciardo's going to go. Giovinazzi's going to go 3 wide into turn 3. There you go. Go get you some. Oh, Giovinazzi loses that. Will Ricciardo get Kubica? Kubica's doing bits. No, he's going around the other side. That is incredible. Great work by the Austrian cameraman here as Ricciardo flings it down the inside of turn 4. And he'll maintain that position as well. Now, what's happening with this stuff fest at the top here? This is Perez, Weber, Kvyat. 3 wide almost again into turn 3 for P12. Perez is doing a job here, folks. He is absolutely doing a job. He's just taken Weber, he's taken Kvyat, and he's into P12 now. This race is mental, and I mean that. But you can look at the mini-map. We're catching these 4 at the front here. The medium tyres are finally starting to kick out some traction here, as we go to Hamilton and Bottas for P1. Will Bottas finally get the job done this time? He's gone around the outside this time and takes the lead. Thank you very much. Finally, says Valtteri as Raikkonen and Butler battle for P11. Yeah, Devon, that's not going to work, mate. Because Raikkonen's got the traction on you. That was never ever going to work. Speaking of never ever going to work, Verstappen and Russell are still fighting for P8. I wouldn't fancy Verstappen with George Russell's Mercedes engine behind him, and that's job done even before the Remus hairpin comes into light. Thank you very much. Move George Russell back into P8. Verstappen down to P9. See what happened with Perez here. Raikkonen got the traction on Butler. Perez is going to try and do Butler here. But they're going 3 wide, almost into the Remus hairpin again. Butler down the inside, all over the curbs on Kimi Raikkonen. That'll lose him all kinds of traction and all kinds of momentum as well. Devon Butler's finally going to get him down the back straight. But here comes Perez. But that is job done. Move Devon Butler into P11. Finally. Whew! I tell you what, look at the minimap. We are gaining on Leclerc. These soft tyres that these guys have gone on, they must be starting to go off here. Our mediums are starting to kick in some pretty decent grip as we go through the final corner. Run a little bit wide out of turn 10. And now down to start lap number 7 of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's going to be pretty darn close as we go to... Who is that? Is that Gasly and Hulkenberg for P6? Yes, it is. What a momentum for Nico Hulkenberg. He's just took P6 off the man Gasly as George Russell defends from Max Verstappen up the hill. And that's going to be around the outside job for Maxwell if he gets the traction. Bit of curb there for George. I think the hand went up there. There might have been a contact as well. And move Verstappen into P8. This is all kicking off, folks. There's moves left, right and centre as Devon Butler continues to defend from Kimi Raikkonen. Oh, they boxed Perez in. That is not on. Oh, if I was Sergio, I'd ram his car right up Butler's arse. Great shots from the helicopter here as Raikkonen gets the power down and the traction. And thank you very much. Goodbye. God bless. But this might not be over here as we look between the cameras. Going to go around the outside of the Iceman. Perez still in close attendance. Where is the Iceman? There he is. But Kimi, an experienced campaigner, an experienced veteran, he will maintain that. Now look at this! Hamilton down the inside into turn 9! You nutter! You utter nut job! Yellow flags I thought I saw there as well. Don't know what was going on there. Look, that was nuts! I don't think Valtteri'd appreciate that. He might appreciate something else in a second. No, that's he didn't appreciate that in the slightest. Speaking of not appreciating things, we got Hulkenberg passing Gasly again for P6. That should be around the outside traction job. Oh, a bit of the contact almost there as well. It's all kicking off here, and it is all kicking off for the worst. Because I will tell you, somebody is going to lose a front wing here. And it might be one of these three. Bottas thinks about a move down the outside of Hamilton. Oh, you got to wake up a day late and $1 short to make that work, Valtteri. Big lock-up from Hamilton into turn 3. And Bottas has got the race lead. Will Hamilton get it back, though? He's got DRS. No, he won't. So move him into P1, the race lead. Now, what's going on here? Perez, I see Perez there. That's Raikkonen being passed by Butler. Or is it Perez passing Raikkonen? It's one of the two. It's one of the three. Who cares? There's Alexander Albon in close attendance as well. If Perez is smart, he'll get the traction off, the toe off Butler and move himself into P12. Ahead are... Actually, no, that's apparently for P10. I don't know what's going on there. It's Kubica. No, it's for P12. I do apologise. Kubica and Giovinazzi, though, is for P17 as they continue their fight down the back of the hill. And, yeah, there are moves happening all over the place, and I don't think anyone knows what's going on. Now, this happened all while going on. We've passed Leclerc for P4. Leclerc's tyres have gone off. That's going to be a job around the outside. Our medium should kick in very nicely. Thank you very much. Give us P4. If you don't give it us, we're taking it from you. We will take it from you, and thank you very much. P4 for the man. the myth, the legend, myself,
Now, please.
in our
Watch this
medium
lap.
tyres. Yes. Now it's telling us to come in, get these off, but we're not going to do that. We're going to carry on, although we should have come in with, I think that's Vettel and Bottas. I don't exactly know. Yes, it's Vettel and Bottas that are in the pits. So we should have come in with them, but we didn't. We're going to carry on with Lewis Hamilton leading the race as we go to Kimi Raikkonen and Devon Butler. This is now for P10 on the track. I think they were 3 wide almost with one of the Renaults. Nope, there was no Renault close. We've got yellow flags going on in front of us. Oh, something's happened at the back. There's that Danny Rick. What's going on with Danny Rick? Oh, his car's just broke. His car just... That was unusual. His car just broke. It was just like, oh, I'll go... Oh, no, you're alright. Speaking of now you're alright, Norris and Russell are resuming GP2 hostilities of P7. That's going to carry on down the back straight to turn 4. These kinks here are not really corners, although they should be. And look at that, no DRS, and George Russell keeps P7. Here's a DRS pass though for you. Devon Butler is going to be passed by Kimi Raikkonen. Yep, here he comes, Devon. You got nothing to do with it. You can park it and you can keep it and you can do whatever you like. Thank you very much. P10 is going to be Kimi's if you don't secede. You don't want to secede, do you? You want to keep hold of that position like an absolute monumental knobhead that you are. And he is. He's the grade A knobhead. There you go. Finally, Kimi gets the job done, and he might put Butler into the clutches of Alexander Albon there. But let's see what Hamilton does this lap. I think Hamilton's pitting. Yes. So he's pitting. We're going to take over the race lead. New leader, folks! Yeah, how'd you like this one? We're now going to have to put some laps down here because we have been told the rain is not coming.
Sergio is in the pits.
A bit of a strategy misfire there on our part. Speaking of misfires, Vettel's come out in this traffic. He's going to pass Alex Albon with the greatest of ease around the outside. That's Hamilton on the inside. Hamilton and Vettel are fighting. Oh, that's going to be close. And Vettel takes Hamilton. Got the undercut there working very nicely. Well done, Sebastian. Hamilton's now passed Alexander Albon, so that's P7 for Vettel, P8 for Hamilton. We're still out here. Gasly's still out here on the softs. That's interesting. He's really making these soft tyres go a fair distance, is the man Gasly. Did not expect that from him. But we're just going to continue on. We're going to come in on the next lap.
No threat of rain.
There's the weather report. No threat of rain now. So that threat of rain that could happen isn't happening. So we're going to come in at the end of this lap and get the soft tyres on. So hopefully we'll be absolutely mentally fast when it comes to the end of this race. Gasly's now in the pits. He's put the mediums on. Bottas is 12.5 seconds behind us in P1. So he should take over the race lead from myself when we finally pit. The car we're interested in is Sebastian Vettel. Where will we come out in accordance to Sebastian Vettel? Will we get the overcut? That's something we've never ever got. It's always been an undercut that we've done. And the overcut just might work. As Perez tries to get past Verstappen for P10. Come on. In fact, no, it's Verstappen trying to get past Perez for P10. That is not on. Not having that. Round the outside we'll go Max Verstappen. I think he's on the soft tyres. So he should have a bit of more grip than Sergio should. But that's going to be P10 for young Max. And here we go. Where do we come out? We've gone very wide there. Where do we come out in accordance to the Ferrari and the Mercedes as we fly down the pit lane? Where do we come out? There's our garage of 22 men, all with rubber in their hands. That's a worrying thought, folks. That's a very worrying thought. There's them two. So it looks like they're going to get out just in front of us. So the undercut has worked. Looks like Hulkenberg and Leclerc have resumed hostility. In fact, no, I do apologise. Hulkenberg was actually fighting Gasly. So this is actually legit. Leclerc must have lost some pace to be slower than Hulkenberg. He's going to go around the outside and maintain that position. That is P5 for younger Leclerc. As we got Butler and Raikkonen here for P13. See if Butler's learned anything from Kimi. Yeah, he's learned not to mess with Kimi. To keep Devon in P13. Meanwhile, up at the front here, Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel fighting for second place on the grid. I tell you what, we're P4. The podium is on here, folks. We've got the faster tyre on, and these two knuckleheads are fighting each other. They shouldn't be. They should be trying to concentrate on getting away, and Hamilton's in P2. As Perez has there might have been a bit of contact there between Perez and Norris, I think that is. Yes, it is, and that's P10 on the track. And move Perez up a bit. Perez has done an absolute job from where he is. He deserves full credit. Meanwhile, what happened with Raikkonen and Butler? Oh, Butler tried to force Raikkonen on the grass. Raikkonen will be on the radio. What is this guy doing? He doesn't know how to race. I tell you now, he does not know how to race. Speaking of I think Grosjean and Weber are fighting in the background. You got the two Haas's under attack from everybody there. They are. So, move Grosjean up a that's easy to say, Poggy Pig. We've set the fastest middle sector. Look at this. We are right on the back of Sebastian Vettel here. We have got some grip. We have got some traction. We have got DRS. And we are coming for Sebastian Vettel. That may have been a strategy misfire, but we're making up for it as Hulkenberg tries again on Leclerc. Why has Leclerc got the hard tyres on? That makes no sense at all. But keep Leclerc in that position as Verstappen's going to go around the outside of, I believe that is Lando Norris. No, it's George Russell for P7. And that is around the outside. Job done almost. Yes, it is. He's got DRS and that should be the game over. As we go to Lucas Weber fighting with Danny Kvyat. Weber's not had the pace this weekend for some reason. Maybe this circuit just doesn't suit his style. But he's going to go around the outside and maintain Kvyat off. He may even get a run on Roman Grosjean here. I tell you what, you say that he's out of position. Well, here you go. Take this. Have that back. In fact, that's Devon Butler. I do apologise. Butler seems to be going backwards for some reason. He's lost a lot of pace. Haven't a clue why. I'm having a clue what's gone on. Maybe Butler has an issue. In fact, there he goes. There goes Weber up a position as we were very wide out of turn 9 and a little bit more wide out of turn 10. We are trying to harry after Sebastian Vettel. Hello, what's Perez doing here? Perez up the inside of Russell. I tell you what, go get you some Perez. That's P9. There's more points. Oh, look at this. What a run. Oh, big slide out of turn 1. We're going to go back to that. That was going to be a fight up to turn 3. As, what we got? Kvyat? Is that Kvyat? I can't tell. Who is that? Who are you? No, it's Kimi Raikkonen and Robert Kubica for P12. That was. Here comes Butler and Kvyat though for P16. Butler's got a problem. Because he's going backwards and backwards very quickly. Go around the outside. That was a very nice wide arc line there. Now, what happened here? Come on, boys. Sort it out. 3-1. Side by side, we'll go Hamilton and Vettel. We're getting the toe as well. Flinging down the inside. 3 wide into the hairpin. P2. More contact. They're off the track as well. Oh, this is France all over again. That's the kind of racing we like. Vettel may keep this going. But woohoo! What a move that was. Speaking of moves, here comes Leclerc on... that's not Ricardo. He's out of the race. That's Hulkenberg. I do apologise. Move Leclerc up into P5. You got the man Gasly right behind him. And Gasly's going to take P6. Thank you very much. Goodbye. God bless. Oof. God almighty, I'm still reeling over that pass that we made for second place. How did we do that? Speaking of how did you do that, here's Butler, Giovinazzi. Giovinazzi's past Butler. Will Kvyat get him? Butler's going to try and force the issue here, but yep. Giovinazzi got P16. And Kvyat's going to take P17 off him if he's not careful. We're looking at the wrong car there, Mr. Director. We need to be looking at this car, which has got some incredible traction. And it's also got P17. Haha, Mr. Smugface, my new rival. Haha, Mr. Smugface. Going backwards quickly. It's nothing less than he deserves because he is a smug bastard. No one likes Lucas Weber. Sorry, Devon Butler. I mean, Devon Butler likes Devon Butler. Everyone wants to go see Beggy. That's an idea. As we go to George Russell and Lando Norris for the final points position. Lando wants this because Lando needs a point to get off the goose egg that he's on, but George is not giving it to him. Speaking of not giving it to him, it looks like Gasly's got past Leclerc somewhere. We don't know where that's happened. And Hulkenberg's going to scream it down the outside of turn 3. He should get the traction as well on the soft tire, or the mediums compared to the hard tyres. Thank you very much. Goodbye. 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 God bless. Thank you. Gone. Move Hulkenberg into P6. Now, how did this work out for you, Lando? Oh, you're going to try the outside of George Russell. He's on the. I thought he was on the hard tyres as well. He got a bit of curb on the inside of turn 3. That should knock all the stuffing out of his momentum. You've got DRS as well. Now, and that's P10 for Lando. As Giovinazzi looks at Danny Kvyat. And that is for P16. Indeed it is. Oh, look at that. Devon Butler's got past Giovinazzi. So I wonder if he's sorted his problem out. He may have, he may not have. Now this happened at the top of the hill. We didn't see this, but Hulkenberg's got to run on Gasly and move Hulkenberg into P5. Well, maybe P5. I don't know. Yes, P5. That's a great fight there between a Renault powered car, a Honda powered car, and the Works Ferrari car. As we go into turn number 10, and we're going to try and chase down Bottas. If it doesn't work, then we got the fastest lap of the race. Look at that. The fastest lap of the race. The first time in this career our name goes purple to suggest we have the fastest lap of the race, which is worth 1 point. It's only worth 1 point, but 1 point is better than a kick in the face. And everybody knows it's better than a kick in the face. As we get all slippy and slidey through turn number 3. Down the main straight here, we're on lap number 16. This race has passed quickly as Weber has a look at Robert Kubica for P14. Move the German past the pole. Nope, keep the pole in. Oh, look at that, he made the inside work. Good man. He's going to go after Grosjean now. Speaking of going backwards, Giovinazzi needs to get past Devon Butler and do it quickly, because if he doesn't, then he'll be the laughing stock of this grid. There you go. Move Mr. Smugass back into P18. P18 and keep him there. As Kubica and Grosjean now have a go at each other, but here comes Lucas Weber. He wants a bit more of the slice of the pie. P14 for that man. No, it's not, because here comes Kubica with that superior Williams Mercedes power. That's the only thing keeping Williams in this fight. Speaking of keeping in the fight, it looks like Gasly and Hulkenberg are fighting for P5 into turn 9. We saw that before with Hamilton and Bottas, and that worked, and that's worked for the man Gasly. The only problem is he's better have a DRS out of him, or yeah, he did get DRS. So keep him in that fight. Meanwhile, we don't seem to be gaining on Bottas. We seem to be keeping Hamilton and Vettel at bay as we get on the curb on the inside of turn number 3, outside of turn number 3 I should say, and we go back to Lando Norris and George Russell. Lando wants this point back, if you don't mind, Mr. Russell. Thank you very much. Goodbye. God bless. So Lando has his point again. As who we got here? Who have we got here? Oh, that's Butler and Albon for last place. Haha, Mr. Smugass has gone backwards. Speaking of going backwards, Kubica's going to go at Grosjean now for P13. Oh, look at that. The pole should get the traction around the outside if Grosjean takes the curb. He does. But Grosjean's got the traction. I did not expect that. That fight might continue down the main straight here to turn number 4. He's going to go round the outside is Robert Kubica. But keep Roman Grosjean in P13 as we come round turn number 9 to start, and then through turn number 10. Last lap. White flag is in the air, folks. We have not made any impression on Mr. Bottas, so we're just going to do whatever and try and keep Hamilton and Vettel at bay here going up the hill. If we can do that, then I imagine we can do just about anything, but I think it seems that Hamilton just doesn't have an answer for us. Just doesn't have the answer, and he doesn't have the question either. That should be job done as soon as we get past this DRS zone. Bottas is a fair bit up the road, but we're not going to even bother even getting there. We got a fastest lap, we got everything, and we've got Devon Butler trying to get past Alexander Albon, and he does. Fair play. Haha, not. Yeah, scrub. Kubica and Weber still fighting over P14. That should be job done for Weber. It will be. Will Kubica use the power of the Mercedes to try and get back past him? He'll try, but it looks like he's going to go for it around the outside. But Weber, very good. But up at the front, Valtteri Bottas, second victory in a row. He's going to win the Austrian Grand Prix for the Mercedes team. And here we come, P2. What a result that is, folks.
Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
That's a result to be proud of.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
I will take that result all day, every day. We came to play. Bottas with the race victory ahead of myself. Only finished 4 seconds ahead. We got the fastest lap as well. Hamilton, Vettel, Hulkenberg. What a result for Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault for P5. The man Gasly. Verstappen finished P7 after all that. We didn't see him after what happened to Leclerc. Finished 8th. We don't know what happened to him. Perez, what a result. Driver of the day as well, from 18th on the grid to P9. And Lando Norris gets a point, and he is off the goose egg. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And only one retirement. The Aussie, Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger. Whew! So after all that action around this place, I suppose, we better go and see Claire, hadn't we?
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
It was amazing, I gotta admit that.
You really cut your way through the
The strategy was to hoe people out of the way and use my car as a battering ram. But seeing as how that's not there, let's go with the chassis.
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything
with
or
this power
anyone
unit
stop you?
behind me, no. Because that upgrade that we got was amazing. We need another one like that, folks.
It was more like dodgem.
Yes, it was.
Today, wasn't it?
And seeing as how my answer is... oh, actually, no, I see fairground clouds. So we get a rep decrease with somebody.
Appreciate your time.
And I appreciate your time, too. How did Mr. Smug... Oh, that's right, you finished last. Yeah, you smug, pompous, you-know-what. That's what you get. So 446, 992 resource points to spend. So that's good. We can get that engine upgrade. So we can come to Silverstone with another upgraded package. If everything doesn't fail again.
Fantastic podium. Well done. Keep pushing like this for the rest of the season.
I agree. Fantastic podium. What more can you
Looks
say?
like one of your rivals is also going to an
Ooh,
upcoming
Perez is
Hispanica.
going to
If you
Italy.
choose to take it, it might help get your name out.
Ooh, press clipping. Ian Paul was better. I will say that I'm certainly happy about it. Oh yeah, that you're being nice. How does it feel? It feels good, I suppose. I don't think they look as comfortable. I want to punch this guy right in the face right now. I want to take this guy's smug face and punch it. So let's see. So we got the other aero upgrade sorted between practice and quali. So we'll get that powertrain in. My God, we're going to come to Silverstone with a package and a half. We can't get any more durability, which I'm a bit miffed about, if I'm being honest. I would like some more. But all in all, I mean, it's all looking good. We've had to take the second MG UK. Yeah. We may have to take the second energy store and the second control electronics as well. I hope we don't, but we may have to. And there's the championship, folks. Look at this. Last 4 races, we're on a podium run. Could we get a podium in our home race in our debut season? That would be something to find out about. But guys, 10 likes on the video. Let's ask for it. Let's see if we can get it. And thank you for watching. You can subscribe for more daily F1 2019, NASCAR Heat 3, Snooker 19, WRC 7 games, as well as other live streams available throughout the week. And until next time around the British Grand Prix, we'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. We're going to go race Sergio Perez around Italy. And for now, ta-da for now.